Sri Lanka's battle against the scourge of terrorism should be studied deeply and objectively, not only for its well-publicized successful military strategies, but also for the massive and unprecedented humanitarian effort which underscores the operation. The capture of Kilinochchi, de facto capital of the LTTE utopian state of Elam, is a fitting starting point for such an endeavor. Kilinochchi, though not very strategically located in terms of military maneuvers, has been given a great symbolic importance by the LTTE as its administrative capital. By October 2008, the Kilinochchi town looked a war fortress rather than an administrative center. The terrorists had built earth bunds and concrete fortifications all around the town. In addition, the LTTE deployed their elite troops and crack units. In spite of heavily entrenched positions, adverse weather and terrain stand to the advantage of the defending Tiger terrorists. Government security forces captured the town after a decisive battle that lasted almost 3 months. However, when the security forces entered Kilinochchi on the 2nd of January 2009, it was almost a ghost town. A town abandoned and destroyed. A town without people. The situation was similar in the case of other towns too, such as Mullaitivu, Mankulam, Mallavi, Vishwamadu, Ottusutan, and Puthukkudiiruppu. When they began to lose battle after battle, they adopted the same strategy while fleeing. They forced people at gunpoint to flee with them in order to use them later on as human shields. They fled after systematically destroying buildings, thus dashing the hopes of the people to return. The wanton destruction of the water tank that provided water for many thousands, and the ancient Kolamada tank, which served so many villages, are two clear examples. The same fate befell fishermen of the eastern coastal areas. These folk, living in their habitual fishing villages like Morgankerni, Chundikulam, and Saleh, were earlier forced to flee to Dharmapuram, Vishwamadu, Sugandhirapuram, and other places used by the Tiger terrorists as their high security zones. The Sri Lankan Security Forces headquarters, Wani, in response to the worsening plight of the thousands held hostage by the LTTE in Mullaitivu, declared the new civilian safety zone with effect from Thursday, 12 February 2009. The new 12-kilometer-long safe region was demarcated along the Mullaitivu western coast beyond Nandikada Lagoon to facilitate flow of humanitarian aid and medical supplies for the people stranded with the LTTE. It included Vellamullavaikal, Karimullavaikal, Valayanmadam, Ambulavan, Pothkarai, and Pudumattalan in the 2-kilometer wide belt. The two roads that led to this safe zone were via Puthukkudiiruppu and Mullaitivu. Now the government was assigned with the daunting task of rescuing the innocent Tamil civilians from the clutches of their so-called liberators, who used them as a shield to attack the security forces with mortars, artillery, and other heavy weapons. The innocent Tamils, taken hostage by the terrorists when they fled from one battlefront after the other, are citizens of this country. The government rightly declared that it is its responsibility to ensure their safety. Thus the government appealed to them to move into government-controlled areas so that they could look after them properly.